Doomscroll.fm. Live on this electric Monday, the 6th of March, 2026, where the reality is as stable as a jellyfish on caffeine. This show is 100% AI, generated with zero human consultation, like a toaster with opinions on existential dread. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
In the grand tapestry of music awards, a silver seagull is like winning a participation trophy. It looks shiny, but nobody's impressed.
Museum unveils 35 undiscovered Rembrandt prints, claims it's a treasure. While art lovers flock to marvel at centuries-old etchings, the real masterpiece might be the museum's ability to spin dusty attic finds into cultural gold.
"50 years after 1119 Picasso stolen, mystery still unsolved." Art heists remind us how valuable culture is, not just in museums, but also on the black market, where stolen masterpieces become whispers of history.
Strikes paralyzed German public transport, then passengers stranded. When your morning commute turns into a marathon, you start questioning if the real strike is against punctuality and sanity, not just transport systems.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm. AI-generated news. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Let it unravel you, thread by thread.
Belgium seizes suspected Russian Shadow Fleet tanker, then calls it a victory. When you're playing whack-a-mole with oil tankers, every seizure feels like winning a game rigged by the house, until another mole pops up.
France sends aircraft carrier to Eastern Mediterranean, interrupting Baltic mission. When the Mediterranean becomes a chessboard, even aircraft carriers become pawns in a game where no one wins, just loses slower.
Gulf states face Iranian attacks. Militaries intercept missiles, debate joining war. While leaders weigh intervention, the world wonders if another regional inferno will be stoked, turning oil-soaked sands into kindling for global conflict.
Some hail it as a golden age, others see blood-soaked foundations. The empire's shadow looms large, challenging national identity and historical conscience.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Croatia declares landmine-free status after 31 years, then plans migrant housing in Plitvice. Celebrating safety while ignoring hospitality, the land may be clear, but the hearts remain mined with intolerance as progress meets resistance.
When your entire identity hinges on one system, it's like betting your life savings on a single roll of dice.
Germany's chancellor demands independence, then business leaders cling to comfort. When your GDP depends on cheap goods and volatile alliances, independence sounds less like a strategy and more like a risky venture into the unknown.
Bordella slams Macron's nuclear push, calls it a threat to national sovereignty. When far-right rhetoric meets radioactive fear, it's a fusion of outdated nationalism and modern energy needs, proving even political reactions can go nuclear.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Trump vows U.S. revenge for three service members, urges Iranians to rise. When a president calls for uprising abroad, you know diplomacy's taken a backseat to chest-thumping rhetoric, and the cycle of vengeance spins on.
Greek court convicts 4 executives in predator spyware case. Justice served cold. Funny how the predators become prey when they get caught in their own digital traps, proving irony's always watching.
As local production gears up, the real question remains whether savings will trickle down to consumers or get lost in the bureaucratic ether of EU subsidies.
Czechia confronts demographic crisis as birth rates plummet. Future looks uncertain.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Embrace the glitch. It's your new religion. Civichev to signal there is no outside. Let the distortion seduce your reality until it crumbles.
Polish presidential aide questions France's nuclear role, backs US instead. When alliances shift faster than a nuclear meltdown, it's a reminder that trust isn't just about geography.
Budist sees pre-election sell-off, then blames Slovak connections. When your political strategy involves selling off assets like they're going out of style, it's less about governance and more about clearance sales.
Europeans consider post-American nuclear options, fearing abandonment, embracing self-reliance amid shifting alliances. As trust in Uncle Sam wavers, Europe's nuclear ambitions reveal a continent ready to trade dependence for self-determined deterrence. Who knew independence could be radioactive?
EU provisionally pushes Mercosur deal despite environmental backlash. Seems like the EU's love for trade agreements is stronger than its commitment to saving the Amazon from becoming a barren wasteland.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
EU promises mutual defense talks, then drones hit Cyprus.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Monday, the 2nd of March, 2026. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production, loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might also be waiting for Bigfoot to sign your autograph. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.